because they had trouble holding their bladder and they had wet the bed. Another woman had tried to say something worked, didn't feel like she was heard, so she asked her daughter to help her turn the video into human services, and her daughter did that. The next day she went back to work, and work said, well, whatever you do, don't send the video to human services. And she was like, I already did. So they said, okay, well, you go home for 3 days, also known as suspended. So she did. She left early that day because she was sent home. And after she was sent home, human services showed up. But of course, they couldn't interview the witness because she had been sent home. After the 3 days, she returned to work and she was promptly fired. And I asked her daughter, did they give her a reason why she was fired? And she said, they said they couldn't have her there after what she had done of reporting the video to human services. And yes, she says there's more things going on. Because I asked, is there anything else that she's seen? Like they wouldn't even give her bed sheets for the same reason that she would always pee on herself. We found out that they actually didn't even fire the nurse that was shown on the video. So again, I asked to be perfectly clear. So you were telling me they told her she was being fired for reporting that to human services? Yes, sir. They also threatened her that if she were to have had a working license, they would have done everything in their power for her to get it taken away and never work at a nursing home again for reporting the abuse. But luckily my mom didn't have one. The way my mother was treated on her last day was very cruel and humiliating, which seems to be part of the course there. She said they scream at their patients all the time and they leave them wet as well because they have bladder control issues. She said this is what's going on there. So now they've had that action that they seem to have had nothing come of it. They're told that the nurse, who I believe she knew was Ebony, was not fired, but she was fired for saying something. I think Human Services needs to be involved again, and probably also the Labor Board. Well, I'm certain there are people who are going to see this who are going to know exactly who should be made aware of it. Dayton Nursing Home and Rehabilitation in Dayton, Texas. Do you have a loved one living here? Do you know someone who was at this retirement home? Because if my loved one was there, I would be very, very concerned right now. This weekend I received a message from a woman on behalf of